All right. Sorry that took so long, guys. My YouTube was like the app just like randomly stopped working on me. So we're gonna be. I said I was probably gonna be working on some kit bashed orcs today, but I ended up starting on this little friend here. Not sure if I can get that to focus for me. A little bit. There we go. It's been a while since I've made a cool Kroot monster, so I think this is what we'll work on today. I'm honestly not sure what this is going to be just yet, but I'm kind of thinking I might use him to be like pulling something, like maybe pulling a hammerhead tank, something like that. Um, I'll start taking notes. Uh, yeah, by all means. That's why I like posting my stuff, and there's been a couple times where people have like used my ideas before, or they've like mimicked or done something similar, and I think that's really cool. I really like um, getting to share with you guys and maybe give an idea to somebody. Honestly, never before considered. Yeah, yeah, Mesreg. Yeah, I kind of like from day one, I've thought about using this guy for something. I just didn't really have a because he's like just one by himself, right? Like, he's pretty monopose, similar to the other crew talks, but I think as like a um, one-off creature to be towing something. Like, I'm not sure, I'm not quite sure yet what he's going to be towing, but he definitely looks like he'd be up for it. Like, he looks like he's up for the task. So I don't know how well you guys can see. I've already started sculpting his face, and then I did the whole, like, I filled in his chest cavity with tinfoil and then just put a mess of green stuff over top. Um, but so now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be like remaking the armor over there, and then if I have time, I might start on his forearms. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Oh, and then I've trimmed off his little like Shrek ears, and I'm going to give him some classic Kroot quills. I think I'm going to go like the Narlock route, where I have like a couple little ones coming out either side, rather than the top. I'll leave the bit of armor on top of his head. So yeah, I think that'll be pretty cool. Like I said, I'm not sure what he's going to be towing yet. Might be a hammerhead, might be. Sorry, I gotta drink my coffee. Might be a hammerhead, might be like a stand-in for a suit, like a battle suit. Could be cool. So, just gonna start mixing up some green stuff. And I probably won't get it done today, but I just like to come and hang out with everybody. What, oh yeah, that sounds dope. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, I've like, I wanted to use them for so long, but I just didn't know what to do. And then I actually, this is part of, I got given a humongous bits box from a friend who's getting out of the hobby. And lo and behold, this dude was in it. So I was like, well, that kind of makes the decision for me. I'm definitely going to be using it now. Also, I don't know if you guys have ever had this issue before, but this new thing of green stuff I bought is garbage. Like, most of the yellow has this like plasticky shit on either side of it, so I have to try to get the usable stuff out of the middle. It's really annoying, and unfortunately I don't care quite enough to bother sending them a message about a refund or something, but it is really annoying. So I'm just gonna mix up some green stuff here. I've got a little cup of water there just to let it down. I find that helps a lot when you're first getting it going. It's pretty dried out. What does everybody think of the? Does everybody think of the new Between Rules models previews they've been showing? They've been showing a lot of shit lately. They've got. I know I've seen some new Custodes and Genestealer Cult rules coming out last couple days, and then of course there's the Tau Railgun, which I just think is hilarious. I'm definitely in the camp that thinks it's just fun and it's not like ridiculous and broken and like ruining the game. I know some people are like that. And I say that, and I am a knight player. I have knights, and I don't think it's ridiculous and broken. So, if I don't think it's ridiculous and broken, I don't think everybody else should be so worked up about it. But maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me. Because my thoughts are like, okay, so never really got into 40k, but I'm glad Tau is becoming less yeah. Tau have been bottom of the barrel for a very long time, and like it's always been hard for them because they only do one phase of the game to kill Death Guard Demon. Yeah, how many on? So I haven't done the math yet. How many on average hammerhead shots does it take to just kill Mortarion? Because I think he's what 18 wounds, and I think he has doesn't he have like a -1 damage or something? Yeah, you can see all this yellow I've had to just like throw away because it's got this weird plasticky layer on it. It's very strange, and this is taking like way longer than normal to make it malleable, but it's fine. We'll make it work. I'm not one to complain. Yeah, I don't own a hammerhead yet, but seeing that and just like I just thought it was really funny, and all my friends that don't play Tau were like losing their minds about it, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I need a hammerhead now. Maybe I need 3 of them. Maybe I need 3 of them. Because it's pretty cool, right? Like it's like honestly, it's pretty lore accurate, right? Like I read, and this is a flex here because I know not many people can sit through this. I listened to / sat through almost the entire Damocles Crusade write-up or whatever, which was there's a guy here on YouTube who basically does like free audiobooks. I don't know if you guys have heard of him. He's called The Border Prince on YouTube. Really, really good. Like it's like almost like listening to a Black Library book, and he does it for free, and they're on YouTube. And he does them for novels and 40k stuff that don't already have audiobooks. So some of your favorite books that maybe you've never been able to enjoy, or maybe you've never heard, or you've always wanted to have an audiobook of it, he's probably done it because he's done a lot, including he's done some Kroot stories. But anyways, he did the whole Damocles Crusade book, which it's like very, very dry. It's very dry, a lot of it, because it really goes into like the statistics and the like, you know, what it's like to try to like recruit all these Imperial Guardsmen and like all the paperwork and all that shit. Yeah, so yeah, Mesreg, look up A Border Prince. He's got, so in that Damocles Crusade thing, which it's honestly, it's not bad as like background stuff. But the Kroot do have a part in that book. Basically, it's like a big desert war between the Tau, who are expanding, and they've like taken over an Imperial world. Imperial's trying to take it back, and it's really cool. The Imperial Guard rolling through the desert. They come to this like canyon they have to get through, and basically they have to get through it, and it's like very like steep and rocky, and the Kroot are all up in ambush on the cliff. And so as soon as the guards start trying to like make their way up this narrow cliff pass, the Kroot are just like charging down on them. They've got Kroot hounds, they've got Narlocks, and because of where they are, they can't really blast them with the tanks and stuff like they normally would. And so it ends up as this like big standstill where the guard can't make it through, and the Kroot can't really escape, because then they would just shell them. So the Kroot do a really good job of just holding them there for a long time. And then he has another one on there. I forget what the story's called, but anyways, go check him out. I don't think he's got that many subscribers and whatever, but he does a really good job. Sorry, I missed that last message. Let's say I really like the fan fiction one with the guardman. Yeah, yeah. That's yeah. Cezaz Tam. Yeah, that's the one. That's the last one I just saw. Um, for anyone that didn't see that one, Mesreg, that's like it's like a guardsman and I think it's a Raven Guard. I think it's a Raven Guard Space Marine. They get separated from their respective squads, and basically they're being like hunted by Kroot through the jungle, and the guardsman is like a sharpshooter too, so him and the Raven Guard get along pretty well. So I haven't really shown you guys what I'm doing. So right now because like I said, I didn't want to use, because the front of this guy is like, it's like chaosy armor, and it's got a lot of chaos symbols and stuff on it, so I didn't want to use that. It's not very Kroot-like. So I'm just resculpting the bottom bit of armor here underneath his chin, and then once I'm done that, then I'm going to have to, all along under his head, I'm going to have to resculpt the skin under there. And then I'm going to do a little bit, so it's going to be like this armored plate on the front, and I'm going to have a chain going around his neck and attaching it, so it's like this, it's like an armored collar hanging on his chest, and with the chain across the back of his neck. And then so once I'm done that, if I have time, I'm going to start working on a little Kroot tail, because right now he's just got a little round monkey butt. And then from there, I will probably start on his hand, or his forearms here. What I'm thinking is I'm just going to fill that in, and then I'm going to do it like it's been wrapped in cloth. Like, you know how a lot of the Kroot models and stuff, like they'll have between like bracelets, and they'll have like wrappings on their arms and stuff. So I'm going to wrap up his whole forearms, and then what that'll let me do is I can have like stuff hanging off it, like little, bone or skulls and trinkets and things. So that's what I'm thinking with this guy. And again, I'm not even sure what this is going to be for yet. He's probably just going to sit on the shelf for a little while until I figure that out, because I don't own any hammerheads yet. But I'm probably going to get some. And I think him towing that could be cool. Hello. You're a part of my live stream now. You're famous. You're famous to the 3 or 4 people that are watching. Everybody be nice and say hi to Tara. Oh, there you go. Penguin said hi. Gotta go, but I'm looking forward to seeing your progress on Insta. Oh, he also says hi. Yeah, when this guy's done, I'll post it on Instagram. You guys can see. Everybody's saying hello to you. The whole 3 or 4 people that are watching yet. You know what? Actually, I think it's more than usual. Usually, I think most people are probably busy, at their jobs, working, like we're supposed to be. Tara and I are on break at work right now. What is work? What is work? Yeah, well, in order to work, things would have to be in a functioning state. And they aren't really right now, so that's why we're on break. What's it like at everybody else's job right now? Is everybody else's place kind of crazy understaffed with COVID and everything, or is that just here? Because here is brutal. Like half of everybody is off at any given time. Poor Tara here is brand new. She's had to learn everything trial by fire. So sorry, what I'm doing right now is just packing a little bit of green stuff into the gap between the armor and his head, and then I'm gonna use the finer tip and just start sculpting some, like, the skin wrinkles and stuff. What's that? The warehouse I'm at is severely understaffed and several off with COVID at any time, almost all employed. Yeah, yeah, it's same as both of what you're saying. You know, there's always lots of people that are off for legitimate reasons, but there's definitely people that abuse it. And yeah, we've definitely had a couple actual outbreaks here, but it's never very, I mean, like where I work, there's a lot of people here. There's like 1,200 people or something that work here, and there'll maybe be like 5 or 6 that get it and go off, that we're all working near each other or something. But there's certainly more than 5 or 6 that are off every day, so I don't really know. I don't know what's up with that. Hopefully you guys are all doing well. Hopefully everybody had a good New Year's. Kind of didn't really feel like New Year's because it felt like nothing changed. Like we're still in the same year. Fortunately, this guy is so big, it's really easy to sculpt all these little wrinkles and stuff on him because they're not really very little. He kind of has like, I don't know if you guys have seen this model too much. He's kind of got like crocodile skin, like it's all crisscross wrinkles and shit. Pretty cool model. I wasn't sure what I was going to do with it for the longest time, but here we are. So I haven't looked at it at all, but what are the new rules and stuff they've been previewing? How have they been? They aren't for factions that I play, so I haven't really been paying attention too much, but I heard somebody was saying something about Custodes seeming really good now. And one of my friends was saying that he might have to get them now just because of that. So anybody know what's so special there? And the little bit that I did see didn't really jump out at me as being too crazy, but I might have just missed it. I haven't been looking at anything but Tau. Yeah, and it's kind of weird because it's like it seems like I've seen so much more for the Eldar than the Tau, even though they're supposed to be coming out first. Like they had, I know in the Eldar Discord, somebody had like the whole codex and was just leaking everything. So I saw a ton about them, but I haven't really seen much for Tau other than the Hammerhead thing. Oh, I mean, obviously I saw the new main rules there, like the Mont'ka Kauyan thing. What was that? I just missed one. Tau shield drones are getting 2 wounds now. So, do we think that they'll function the same then, if they're getting double the wounds? Because, like, they were one of the main things that made people not like Tau, right? Like, a lot of people get really salty about them. Like, what do we think will change about them? Like, if they aren't still, like, I'm assuming they're still going to be tanking shots for whatever unit they're in, because that's kind of their main thing. But maybe they'll do it in a different way, like maybe they'll give the whole unit a 5-up Indweln or something. I don't know. The rules look like the drones are going to become part of the unit, not a separate unit. That always kind of made sense to me. It was always weird how they, like, on one hand it was like kind of fun, where you could just have like these little drones like go fuck off on their own and go do something else. But they made for some weird interactions. And like with things like if you're playing, like if you took like To the Last or whatever, it was kind of weird for a while there, like whether or not the drones counted as part of it, or if you could just go hide a drone in the back and get your full score that way. I think they did. I think I did see they ended up clarifying that at some point. I just didn't quite. I wonder if that means you cannot take a unit of just drones. Well, and I thought they already kind of changed that. I thought they are, or sorry, they didn't change it, but they made them like so ridiculously expensive to take on their own that nobody was doing it anymore. I thought that was kind of, and then people were kind of thinking that's the direction they were going to go. And I could be wrong, but I just know that just having a whole unit of them was one of the main complaints that people had. Salutations, friend. Hello, Matteo Felix. Thanks for stopping by. This is cool. It's the most people that have come and hung out at once before. My friends aren't nearly as big into the hobbying part. They're way more into the just playing the game part. So I never really have people to actually, like, I never just hang out and sculpt or paint with people. I always just end up doing that on my own. It's kind of nice to have people to chat with. Have I finished that yet?
No.
That book is for children, Tara. Come on. Gosh. Tara's behind me reading Harry Potter for the first time.
I don't really remember.
Is it still living up to the hype or what?
I don't really know how this is for 9 to 12-year-olds.
No? There's, I mean, some very unsafe situations for those children.
Yeah.
No. I think their parents are pretty irresponsible sending them to that school. I'm just gonna say it out loud, you know. I think Hogwarts is a little bit of a death trap, and I think their parents must not love them.
I would love to go to Hogwarts. It would be awesome. Other than the snakes. Don't think
There's only like one snake in that though, right? Isn't that... You should set up a modeling clinic at your local gaming store. That would be cool, except where I live, the local gaming stores kind of suck a little bit. Sorry, I should clarify. Not the like customers, not like the people that go in them, but the people that own them kind of are not the best. And not even that they're not the best, they're just not... Like when people say like friendly local gaming store, they're usually talking about like either a mom and pop shop or like that sort of a thing. Whereas here they're a pawn shop, and they're a lot. They give off the vibe and the impression anyway that it's just like way more about being a business and less about being a place to hang out and a place to chill and be friendly and that. And they're also like not into Warhammer at all. Like they sell it and they carry it, but if you like, you couldn't talk to them about it. Like they just know the price of the models. They don't know anything about it. And that's not even really like to say anything bad about them. That's just kind of how it is there. So it's not really like the people that play Warhammer and stuff around here. I don't know anybody that plays it at the store So I drive 45 minutes to a store because the one is owned by, yeah, yeah, and that's kind of the deal here. If I think there is one same kind of a distance, probably about 45 minutes away, that is more like your classic FLGS. Like I know they do little Warhammer tournaments and stuff sometimes. So I've only been there a couple times when I've been traveling and stuff, but maybe I will. Maybe I'll have to go see if I can find someone to hang out with there. So I just did, I don't know how well this is going to show up. Just doing like a little bit of trim around the base of the armor. I think his head turned out pretty well. I think the beak, why will that just not focus? I think the beak's looking alright. I think it's turning out okay. I need to smooth out his chest a little bit. Sculpting actual armor is so much harder than just like skin. You have to actually try to make it nice and smooth. Skin you can just be wrinkly and do whatever. Alright. I'm going to attempt to give this man a little bit of a tail here. So just kind of that sort of a shape. So you know, most of the Kroot stuff, very small tails. Like if you plucked a bird, that's kind of the tail you're going for. Just going to blend that into his So let's be honest here, people. Do we think there's going to be anything at all for our Kroot in the new book? Like, do you think they're just going to straight up forget about them, or do you think it's just going to be a copy of the Psychic Awakening rules? What's our honest thoughts here? I know a lot of people in the Discord are feeling a little bit discouraged. I try to be a little bit more positive. I don't know if it's going to be great, and I doubt they will give us really what we want. But I have some hope, at least, that it won't be a complete failure. But what do you guys think? What do you think the Kroot are going to get in the book? Do you think there'll be any actual like upgrades on the units? Do you think it'll just be a couple kind of meh strats? What do we think here? I just really hope that they get at least one more attack and maybe some AP on their melee attacks. I think that's not crazy to ask for. I think that's coming along pretty well. Little tail there. I need to put a little bit more. I need a little bit more green stuff for the top. Because we got kind of a weird hump down to his tail. Unless I angle that down more, then that might look there. I think that looks a little bit more normal. There we go. There we go. It's kind of cool on Instagram yesterday. I got my one of my favorite YouTubers, like for battle reports, is Tabletop Titans, and one of the main presenters for that is Adrian Phillips. He gave me a nice little shout out on Instagram, and then I think because he did that, then another pretty big YouTuber, which is General Kenobi, actually started following me. Because he did that thing where you shout out like a couple of your favorite artists and whatever. And yeah, that was kind of cool. And Adrian's followed me for a while. He's commented on lots of the Kroot stuff. I've had a couple YouTuber interactions. I have talked to Adrian a couple times, and he's been following me for a while. And then it was actually shoot, why can I not? The 40K in 40 minutes guys. They actually invited me out to BC the one time to play a game with them. Unfortunately, I just, with family and money and everything, there was no way I was going to be able to go. But I would love to go someday. So that was kind of cool. I think that's looking pretty good so far. I'm gonna have to end it there though, because my break is more than up, as much as I would love to sit here and just sculpt all day. But thanks to anybody that stopped by to hang out. Appreciate it. And we'll do this again. Maybe I might even do another one later today on another break. So, but I'll make a post or whatever if there's going to be another one. So thanks everybody for hanging out. Bye for now. Say bye to Tara. Bye.